Hello, my name is Sariana, and my classical composer project was over Ludwig van Beethoven. So first I have his biography. He was born in December 16th, 1770. His exact birthday is kind of uncertain, but he was baptized on December 17th in 1770, and he died March 26th in 1827. Obviously the time period was the classical time period, although he did influence in the Romantic era as well. He lived in Bonn, Germany. That's also where he was born. He was the son of a court musician, and he worked as a court musician as well in Bonn, Germany from 1787. Okay, he studied with the greats like Joseph Haydn and Wolfgang Mozart. They were kind of his greatest, he was like a prodigy of Mozart, even though the relationships weren't that great with them. He attended a Latin grade school named Tirocinium. He withdrew from school though to go full-time with Christian Neef, I think is how you say it. Okay, he studied at the University of Bonn in Germany, and his first benefit concert was at the Burg Theater in Vienna. So his musical education, like I said, he was a child prodigy, basically like another Mozart. In 1792, he was relocated to Vienna, like Haydn and Mozart. In the 1800s, he made a name for himself by playing the virtuoso pianist. He was kind of known for playing the piano, the violin, and the organ. I have a couple of quotes from some of my sites. Like, he even tried to claim his own noble roots by accidentally changing the van, which is like a meaningless title in his name, to von, which is a title of nobility. He's kind of known as the father of the Romantic era, even though his first compositions were classical. Masterpieces like the Tempest Sonata, 1801 to 1802, the Third Symphony or Erosia, and which is his only opera, Fidelio, the Fifth Piano Concerto or Emperor, and those are kind of like his middle period, when is kind of where he was the most productive in his greatest time, some people say. In 1809, his musical input kind of began to drop. He started declining in his mental health. He even contemplated life and tried to commit suicide. That was in 1815, but that was up until 1818, where he was, at that time, completely deaf and slightly gone mad. After his brother died, he could not take care of his son, Carl, or his nephew, Carl, and he eventually committed suicide, and that really impacted his latest style, which was kind of like also a really good time for him, even though it was really sad, like Mass in D or Missa Solemnis, the Ninth Symphony or Choral, which is known as Ode to Joy, and the late string quartets. Okay, so his main instruments were like piano, violin, viola, and the organ. He wrote in genres like for piano sonata, the violin sonata, string quartets, piano concerto, classical music, symphonies, concertos, and his one opera. He was kind of famous for being deaf because, you know, very hard to write music when you are. He's a German pianist who was pretty much a prodigy from Mozart. He was influenced by Friedrich Schiller, George Friedrich Handel, Joseph Haydn, Mozart, and Sebastian Bach. His famous works are all here. Obviously, For Elise in 1810, the Moonlight Sonata is one of my favorites, as well as Choral Symphony, which is Ode to Joy, and the rest I have the dates for. And here is my work cited. Thank you.